This country has a lot of problems. And the main one is named Donald Trump. Okay, I can't personally believe that this loser has so many people who still think that he could make a decent president. He's been criminally charged with 91 counts. I mean, he's practically got one foot in jail and another one on a banana peel, this guy. And they still say, oh, we still like him. What do you make of that?
Oh, I don't know, Joy. Didn't you just write a play about this?
It's funny. By the way, Mrs. Clinton did win the popular vote.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I continue to believe that you won. I don't care what they say.
No, but look, I think you are absolutely right to say.
Yes, I just realized something. Hillary Clinton had a run on The View. She said a lot of things that triggered people. To me, very concerning. According to Joy Behar, she believes that Hillary Clinton won. Till date, she still believes that. It is to clearly tells you one thing with these people. They are insane. Yes, on Wednesday, Hillary Clinton appeared on ABC, The View, and once again compared Donald Trump to Hitler. Hitler was duly elected. Trump is telling us what he intends to do. Take him at his word.
I think that your loss to Trump in 2016 will go down in history as one of the most pivotal times in our country, one of the most pivotal moments in our country. And it's still reeling from, Trump's policies, I think, and the deep divisions that he sowed in this country. Mm-hmm. What, in your view, would happen if he were to be reelected?
Oh, I can't even think that, because I think it would be the end of our country as we know it. And I don't say that lightly. I hated losing, and I especially hated losing to him because I had seen so many warning signals during the campaign. But I immediately said, look, we have to give him a chance. We've got to support, the president we have. And I meant it. And I tried really hard. And then literally from his inauguration on, it was nothing but, accusing people of things, making up facts, denying the size of the crowd at his own inauguration. And everything that I worried about, I saw unfolding. And so I think that he'd be even worse now because he was somewhat restrained, believe it or not, in the first term by people who he hired because he thought they would go along with him, and they stood up to him. Mm-hmm. And so now he is going to, if he were ever near the Oval Office again, find people who have no principles, no conscience, who are totally tied, to his fortunes, literally, and therefore would do whatever he said. And so the wreckage is almost unimaginable. When I was Secretary of State, I used to talk about one and done. And what I meant by that is that people would get legitimately elected, and then they would try to do away with elections and do away with opposition and do away with a free press. And you could see it in countries where, Hitler was duly elected.
That's right.
Right? And so all of a sudden, somebody with those tendencies, those dictatorial, authoritarian tendencies, would be like, oh, okay, we're going to shut this down. We're going to throw these people in jail. And they didn't usually telegraph that. Trump is telling us what he intends to do.
We need to listen to
Take him at his word. The man means to throw people in jail.
This country has a lot of problems. And the main one is named Donald Trump. Okay, I can't personally believe that this loser has so many people who still think that he could make a decent president. He's been criminally charged with 91 counts. I mean, he's practically got one foot in jail and another one on a banana peel, this guy. And they still say, oh, we still like him. What do you make of that?
Oh, I don't know, Joy. Didn't you just write a play about this?
It's funny. By the way, Mrs. Clinton did win the popular vote.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I continue to believe that you won. I don't care what they say.
But look, I think you are absolutely right to say.
Yes, when you take a look at Joy Behar coming out to say she still believes Hillary Clinton won, that is ridiculous. She has been against Trump throughout. I don't know if their audience are not getting bored with this Trump. If a single segment boils down to an end without mentioning Trump, that day, I don't know what will happen to them. There is no single segment these people will have without doing that. Topics that don't even relate to Trump, they will attribute to him. Now, Hillary Clinton coming here, they are telling us, oh, on Wednesday, Hillary Clinton appeared on ABC, The View, and once again compared Donald Trump to Hitler in a rant about the threat posed by those with authoritarian tendency, the former Secretary of State and failed Democratic presidential candidate mentioned the Furo and Don in the same breed, appearing to treat them as equivalent people who get legitimately elected, and then they would try to do away with elections, do away with oppositions, and do away with the free press. Clinton began, Hitler was duly elected, right? So all of a sudden, somebody with those dictatorial, authoritarian tendency will be like, okay, we are gonna shut this down, we are gonna throw these people in jail. And they didn't usually telegraph that. Trump is telling us what he intends to do. She continued, take him at his word. The man means to throw people in jail who disagree with him, shut down legitimate press outlet, do what he can do, literally undermine the rule of law and his countryly views. This is not the first time Clinton has likened Trump to Hitler. In 2022, she compared the former president rallies to those held by Nazi leaders. So you can see exactly what Hillary is doing here. This is not the first time she is doing this. In 2022, you know, she compared Trump rallies to Nazi gathering. When I see this woman, she's spewing out this, and people are even laughing on the show, it triggered me a lot. It is insane. Who is she to even talk about this?
This whole week when I was gone, those polls came out, which I know you hate, about how he is really it's neck and neck pretty much with Biden in some swing states. And I thought, this is a guy, if he wins, it's all about revenge.
Yes.
He just wants to get, you know, Nixon had an enemies list. And
Yes.
a lot of people felt it was an honor to be on it.
And he
but he was out to
weaponized the
get these
FBI.
people who are political enemies. This guy will deploy the military against demonstrators. People need to understand what this means in this country if he wins again.
And I do think to some degree, like the poll numbers, we take them with a grain of salt, but I think there's a bit of indictment fatigue. We follow this news every day. This audience follows this news. A lot of Americans, they're working. They're like, I don't know, there's 91 felony counts, but he hasn't gone to jail. Is it that
But
real?
you know what? You're right. Because